popular web browser, I happen to use it at home, is secretly logging where you go online, and then that information is being sold to marketers.
What do you think about this? Safari, we're talking about is the default browser on iPhones, iPads, iPod Touch devices. Apple says it's working on a fix, so they acknowledge that it is happening. Here now to explain more about maybe perhaps what you can do about it, should it bother you, we have tech expert Anthony Mongeluzo. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How could they not know it was happening? I mean, they had to admit it.
Once you admit it, that means you knew it about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
If not
Imagine
before.
that. Imagine that.
Right.
So, yeah, basically, the browser is actually storing data from other websites, and as you go around and browse on the web, it could actually report back to the other sites what you're doing. Again, basically just a programming flaw.
So let's use Chanel as an example, because you have Safari at home, don't you?
Yeah, and I told him during the commercial break, tell me why I should be upset about this, because I said, I'll type in 16 and it knows that I'm not talking about 16 candles. It'll say, oh, 16 weeks pregnant, or I'll type in something else, and it's almost like it knows what I'm thinking. And then I'll get an ad from Destination Maternity. Do I want to buy a shirt? Because
you've been Googling or Safariing so much information about pregnancy.
Right. So is that what you're talking about, or is it even worse than I think?
That's basically the gist of it. It's used for marketing. It's used for dollars. I mean, that's the whole thing. But there is a fix that you could do before Apple.
Oh, really?
Yes. Now, this could break some websites, but depending if you're using your mobile device versus your computer, you could go into your privacy settings and turn off cookies. Now, that could cause some legitimate sites not to work. So putting that out there. The other thing you could do is manually go in every day and clear your cookies. But let's be honest, it's not complicated, but we're all busy and it's boring and it's not the top of mind.
If you don't have time to click your cookies, then seriously, you need to get another job.
So, I mean, but here's my thing, Anthony. Somebody made the comment yesterday when we brought this up. Of course, everything is being tracked. Everything you do is being tracked. Why should we care? They're still going to find a way to track it. Is that the wrong attitude to have, or should we constantly fight, for our privacy?
I'm a computer guy. Google's tracking everything. Other websites are tracking everything. If they want your information, if you put it out there, if you go on there, they're going to get it.
Yeah.
There's no way to fully protect yourself now. We're in the information age. Things move fast, and that's the way it happens.
Does it bother you?
Not particularly, because not really, because it is kind of convenient.
I mean, but if it finishes your sentences for you. But if you're home, perhaps you're not doing it at work, and you have a personal problem that you don't want people to know about.
Yeah, well, you type in cookie and porn sites come up. You know you've been to the wrong spot over and over and over again. You got to be careful. But don't you like to kind of get the ads about maternity clothes?
That's what I'm saying. You find
like
out sales and stuff like that. But I guess I could see how for some people it's in their privacy. It's invasion.
Yeah, and more now. Every time you go to a website on your mobile phone, it says, hey, do you want to allow the site to track your location? The privacy policies. Think about all those long scripts that you agree to that you don't even read. We all do it.
Because they won't let you move on if you don't agree sometimes.
Exactly. You have to agree. It's forced approval.
It is.
I hate that. But why would Apple need even more money by selling out to these marketers and other companies?
Well, remember, it's not Apple that's actually selling the data. It's the other marketing companies that are taking advantage of the flaw. Apple's not making a dime off of this. It's the websites that are putting that cookie on your system that are then tracking your data, using it to sell to their advertisers. We know that this profile, this person, 12 weeks pregnant, 16 weeks pregnant, they're going to need this, this, and this. And here's what they're looking
it's
for.
the other companies that put the cookies on.
Apple's being abused here. They're just taking advantage of the flaw.
Of all of us, all the users.
Exactly.
Thank you, Anthony.
Cash cow waiting for them.
Well, if you hate it, you learn how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Now you want to go get some water ice? They won't track you out there.
Exactly.
Go get it. It's free.
Could you get lemon? Can you see they have some lemon?
Yeah.
I will.
And they're mixing it with yogurt now, right down into the ice, and it's kind of tasty.
Oh, really? Did they have that outside?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? So who should replace Paul Abdul on the